I'm a little bit hard of hearing, so the CC really is a big deal for me. We have new people tonight. So who is everybody? Can you introduce yourselves?
Yeah, we're gonna start in a little bit. So Emily, we are live, correct? You're muted.
Yes, we are live.
Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone.
Oh, hold on. There we go.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to World of Women podcast through Zita's Healthy Beginnings. So this podcast is brought to you by World of Ability Podcast in collaboration with Transform You Network PAC. We are always grateful for the opportunity to reach our audience through this platform. So this evening, we have Molly Atkin with us, and she's gonna talk to us about the sacred sound healing. And before we start, I am gonna actually introduce her. And after her presentation, we are also gonna see and watch the recorded presentation on Hyperverse, which is an educational session that really helps women and men to take advantage of an opportunity that you will see for yourself shortly. So Molly healed her own mind, body, and spirit through sound healing and yoga. During a turbulent time of her life, she rediscovered yoga that also incorporated mantra chanting and crystal singing bowls. Taking daily classes, she noticed that she started to become not only physically stronger, but also mentally and emotionally. She began to rise out of her depression and see her life from a different lens. Molly has used the energy work not only to heal herself, but has also become a guide to help others on their healing journeys. She is now certified in sounding healing, yoga, Reiki, and is an intuitive coach. She made big transformational changes, including quitting her 30-year career to follow her heart's calling. That's powerful. She offers programs to empower women by helping them make big decisions in career with inner peace and clarity. Individual, private, and group sound healing sessions are also available. Originally from Indiana, Molly lived in Japan for 11 years after graduating with a BA in music from CU Boulder. While in Japan, she became a singer of Japanese traditional folk song and earned an MA in ethnomusiology from Tokyo National University of Fine Arts and Music. After returning to the US in 2000, she returned to Indiana and became a high school teacher of Japanese. In 2021, she took early retirement to follow her heart's calling of moving back to the mountains of Colorado and guiding others on their healing journeys. So it is my privilege to welcome Molly. Molly, please take it away.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. Yeah, that's it's so interesting to listen to your own introduction, I'll have to admit.
Yes.
Great. So yeah, I've been here in Colorado Springs, Colorado for the last 3 months. I did, as it said in my introduction, that I took early retirement from my high school teaching position, and I just made a really big decision and just kind of following my heart, what I just wanted to do it. And just, I know that I went through a lot of healing over the last few months and, well, last few years, but really transformed my life over the last few months. In the end of November of 21, I moved up into the mountains of Colorado. And just some technical issues like frozen pipes in the house that I had rented, and some things like that weren't working well with me. I couldn't get internet very well, so I ended up moving down to the city so that I could really work on the business, not only online but in person. I mean, but also online and in person. And I am just opened this new studio just a month ago, the beginning of March. So I'm taking in-person clients here, as well as doing some online courses. Yeah.
Good. Great. So you want to share with us then how, this, I know you've shared a little bit how this has been for you, and the things you do in a nutshell, and then practice, if you can lead us to something, that we can have a practical experience.
Yeah. So you want me to explain what I do you mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in a nutshell. Yeah.
So what I do is I'm using the vibrations of the instruments, such as the crystal singing bowls. You can see them behind me, the large white bowls. I also use Tibetan bowls, gongs. You can see another gong behind me, and different kinds of chimes and shakers, a variety of traditional instruments, as well as more modern instruments to move the energy of the body. So our body is really kind of like a piano. So if you're, every day, if you're a pianist, you'll know that if you're playing on the piano every day for an hour or so, that after a few months, the tuning of the piano starts to go out, right? And you have to bring somebody in, tune up the key, or tune up the strings in the piano and get it back in tune. So the body is very similar to that, in that our bodies memorize every experience that it has experienced, every experience that it's had. So it's like it's the energetic field. We get lots of different experiences, trauma in our lives, can be big things, small things, just memorizing everything. And if we as humans have not, what's the word? Dealt with those emotions, then that emotion gets stuck in our energetic field. And it can show up. So if we don't deal with it emotionally, then it moves into our mental field. And then it can also move into our physical. So it can really start showing up if we're not dealing with our emotions and recognizing those. And we can start having some heart or some physical symptoms. Even like, so like if for example, the heart, if we take the heart chakra, that energy center of the heart, and we think about maybe we have a hard time expressing our love or even receiving love, then in that case, you might start having heart issues, actually heart issues, and heart attacks, or, you know, different things might show up. This is the extreme, of course, if you don't deal with those emotions, right? So I use these instruments to help each person move the energy, to get it unstuck and get it moving, as well as then I use the coaching as well. So both the intuitive coaching and the combination with the sound healing has just been a really, really powerful combination to get some really great results for my clients.
Awesome. I know that I like the analogy of that guitar. You know, sometimes you can keep going because we're not machines. Even machines need some oiling from time to time. So what we're talking about is, in essence, is maintenance of who we are, brushing ourselves to that level where our energy connects with whatever the universe is giving us to attract into our own lives. And as all of us are aware, there are all kinds of issues that really will prevent us or become a barrier, you know, for us to get that energy and become who we are fully created to be. And I know from coming from Africa that sound is part of who we are. My people in Africa resonate with sound. And once you start sound, music, people who are not even able to get up and dance will be shaking, nodding their heads. And that tells you that it is natural. It's part of who we are. It's like water, you know, that's what our body is made of. So we have that sound, and you must really resonate with that. And I know, like I said, there are barriers that stops us from doing that. Be it physical, be it spiritual, be it mental, we all go through those motions, and it becomes a problem for us to really actualize that higher power. And this is what Molly does, and she's trying to help a lot of people to really unclog whatever obstacle that is really preventing all of us from reaching our highest goal in life. So yeah, if you can really do some demonstration and let us really, you know, experience it and explain how, you know, that is going to be. And we're all excited to see how that's going to work.
Awesome. Yeah. Let me tell you a little bit what I'm going to do, and then I'll move back to my to the area where I'll do a short demonstration. When I do a group sound healing, I generally will read the room, whether it's in person or online. I kind of read the energy of the people that are here, and with that intuitive understanding of what might be needed by the people that are here in general, I'll play different combinations of the bowls or the instruments and that type of thing. I usually start with a short kind of tuning in, breathing and tuning into your body. And then I'll go into some of the instruments, and I will also come back and bring you back as well. Generally, the sound healing is not a performance per se. It's not something you actually sit and watch. Of course, you're welcome to watch if you'd like to, but I also invite you to just follow the meditation and to tune into your own body, close the eyes or whatnot. I'll just guide you through that. So I will go ahead. I'm going to move to the area.
But before we start, didn't you say everybody should mute, right?
Everybody should mute
yourself.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's muted. Yeah, I just need to change my audio settings a little bit. Okay. Looks like we're ready, and I'll move back. Okay. All right, so I'll just go ahead and walk you through what I would do for a typical performance, not a performance, a sound healing that I would do at a studio. So if you go ahead and come to your chair in a comfortable position, or if you prefer, you can even lay down on the floor during this time. I invite you to gently close the eyes. Or if you prefer, just have a gentle gaze a couple feet in front of you. We'll take a deep breath into the belly and then exhale fully. As you inhale through the nose as if you're breathing in, smelling a bouquet of flowers. And exhale through the mouth as if you're blowing out some candles. Inhale, breathing in, smelling the roses. And exhale, blowing out the candles. One more time, a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And then go back to natural breathing. I'll have you envision a white light of unconditional love just filling the room that you are in. And that love, that white light is just flowing around the body, flowing around the area that you're in. And then envision that light just extending to include all of us and connecting our energies and connecting ourselves to feel that sense of inner peace and calmness within the body, within the mind, within the heart. I invite you to set an intention for today's practice. Something that you would like to manifest in your life. Starting with the two words, I am. I am empowered. I am courageous. I am patient. Something that you would like to manifest. And then envision how you will look once that is manifested in your life. What actions are you taking? What emotions are you feeling? How are you being in this very moment? has already been manifested. I am. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. As you bring your awareness back to the room, wiggle the fingers and the toes. Take a deep breath and a full body stretch as if you're just waking up for the first time this morning. You can bring the hands to heart center. And recall one more time the intention that you set at the beginning of the session, starting with the 2 words, I am. One more time, holding that intention as if it has already been manifested in your life. Just holding that dear to your heart, to your mind, to your body. And then as you're ready, gently flutter the eyes open, and we'll come back to the room. Thank you. Namaste.
Almost put me to sleep.
Molly, that was awesome. Oh my goodness. I don't know what everybody feels, but honestly, that brought me home.
Wonderful.
It went through the fiber of my being. Please put your information on the chart.
I will, yes.
I am sure people would like to connect with you. This is unbelievable. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's hard to explain, but once you experience it, I've had, people like everybody has to do this, but until you really can experience, you don't know what that means, right?
Exactly. I mean,
Hey, Molly, where did you learn how to do that?
I studied with an academy. It's called the Sound Healing Academy. And they're actually based in the UK, but they have teachers all over the world. And the person that I studied with is Natalie Brown, and she is in Iowa. So I've spent, they call it sandwich learning, because you study from books for a couple of months, and then you do in-person training. And then you go back and do more practice studying. Like they have modules, you watch videos, and then I did actual case studies. So there was 2 different types of courses I took. One was the individuals, and so I would have people come to my house at that time, and I would work with them for 4 full sessions and see what types of transformations that they would do over. So it was practicing in that way. And then the other was with groups. And I did like 10 different groups sessions. And that's, just through the practice is how I learned. Yeah.
Everyone, please put your information on the chart so we keep connecting. And Molly's going to also put her info on the chart so we connect. This is very crucial. If we want to manifest all that we are called to manifest, you're going to have to be ready for it. And this is an important way to honestly be ready.
That is true.
Yes. Thank you so much. This is awesome.
Thank you. I'm trying to find my link. Here it is.
Okay. Yeah, take your time. Take your time. I am gonna, like I said, while Molly is putting her information on the chart, looking it up, please, everyone else try to do that. And I'm gonna share my screen and connect us to the Hyperverse. Like I said, this is an informational session. And I'm sure now that we have all calmed down, kind of gotten that energy, we can take in this information that will really help everyone on this podcast to think through and see what we can do to really enrich ourselves and enrich one another. So I'm gonna share my screen.
So I went ahead and I put my website and also my Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group where you can get lots of cool things. I do some sound healing and different information about about sound healing itself. So
great. Thank you so much. This is cool. Everyone, please take note. Okay, so
hello there, and welcome to this presentation. Your invitation to explore the Hyperverse.
Can you hear well?
I've had the pleasure of working with some of the best brains in this business and assisting in putting together this presentation. I've also had an opportunity to work closely with the legal and compliance department, and in our little overlap, just our little overlap as the membership acquisition arm of Hypertech, the work that they are doing, often unnoticed and very much behind the scenes, needs to be recognized. But here we have 1,000 people in this room. We have many, many more thousands listening around the world. And you're all here to see a brand new presentation. There is change afoot, and change is often at the expense of good relationships with memberships. Not here. This is change for the better. This is change to build a foundation for something that's launching and that you'll be all able to see in the early part of 2022. And the change also brings worry. No need to worry. Your membership is not going anywhere. Your rewards are not going anywhere. If you're here as an invitee for the first time, there's going to be an awful lot of information coming your way. Watch it again and again when the videos are approved by compliance and when they are available to you. Compliance is going to be one of the strongest features of this new presentation. As I speak, there are 6 of us in the world who are ratified by the Legal and Compliance Department to present this information. I'm honored and humbled to be one of those. So it's my job now to compliantly take you through the new presentation. It's not huge changes to presentations you may have seen before, but there are subtle but very important differences. We want to show you how you can realize the incredible benefits of joining this dynamic membership platform in the Hyperverse, backed by the world's most comprehensive digital ecosystem. It is a rapid change that came upon us, some of us, without much notice. And there has been Trojan work done behind the scenes to bring you what you see today. But compliance is the order of the day. The power of the community we recognize, we must be compliant in what we deliver to that community. So the goal of this presentation is to show you how you can be rewarded on a daily basis, 7 days a week, and learn from the world's most comprehensive digital ecosystem. Once again, one thing we take very seriously is our adherence to compliance, and we've gone to great lengths to be a globally compliant company. For long-term benefit and sustainability, you will appreciate the need for compliance. It's not exciting, but it is very, very important. And if it appears that the statements and disclaimers here are lengthy, then your patience will be rewarded. So please sit through it, because we will also quickly get to the incredible benefits of the membership for you. With great opportunity comes great responsibility to do the right thing. You will learn about the stature and reputation in the marketplace of our owners and founders, their stellar success, the heritage they've built, and the foundation of the massive blockchain conglomerate that has been developed. The community that your membership will connect you to, if you choose to acquire one, is your doorway, the portal, if you like, to benefiting from this game-changing blockchain ecosystem. Now, if you can remove all distractions, you'll discover something very powerful over the next 35 to 40 minutes. The following disclaimers, the next one that's coming up is quite long, but it's not simply words on a page, more an ethos of understanding. We provide you a brief summary of the program, a quick explanation of how it works, how it's governed, and most importantly, how you are protected. So please listen carefully and intently. And the first of our disclaimers is our Hyperverse general disclaimer. After this slide, we get down to the main business of the day. But for compliance reasons, the information here is provided to you in general terms, without taking notice of your specific personal and financial situation. Under no circumstances should this presentation be considered as any type of solicitation, investment, legal, or financial advice. In describing the various parts of the Hypertech Group and Hyperverse, past performance does not guarantee future results and is for informational purposes only. Acquiring a Hyperverse membership gives you access to benefits such as education, optional access to other products or services within various parts of the Hypertech Group, including the separate Hyperverse ecosystem, and access to the daily rewards program of the Hyperverse membership as provided to all Hyperverse members. A membership acquisition involves an exchange of the cryptocurrency USDT or Tether for the Hyperverse unit of account called HU or Hyper Unit, and is not an investment. Access to certain other optional products and services may be subject to KYC and separate qualification processes and may not be available in all countries. Each membership carries a specific benefit and specific time frame and will expire as specified. Access to membership can be extended, however, through acquiring additional and separate memberships by your personal choice. The Hyperverse membership is on a best efforts basis, and like any project, there's a risk of loss of funds and rewards. The world of cryptocurrencies is highly volatile. It can involve risk of loss and may not be suitable for all persons. Risks include, but are not limited to, market and trading risks, system and transaction processing risks, cybersecurity, regulatory risks, business failure, mistakes by yourself, and others. Opinions, market data, and recommendations are subject to change without notice. Hyperverse seeks to mitigate risk, however, by exclusively accepting USDT Tether for membership. USDT Tether is considered a stable coin and historically has not been subject to the market volatility found with other cryptocurrencies. We do not in any way purport Hyperverse membership to be a get-rich-quick scheme. There is no recommendation in this presentation to acquire any membership, product, or service. You make your own decisions based on your own due diligence. We recommend that if you are unsure in any way, that you seek the advice of a suitably qualified professional. And your continued attendance at the meeting or a recording of this presentation beyond this point indicates your acceptance of the above terms. Thank you for listening to our introductory disclaimer. And right now, let's get down to why many people consider the Hyperverse membership platform. Hyperverse is backed by one of the world's largest blockchain alliances, with over 7 years of successful development of great blockchain projects and large crypto mining assets, including Bitcoin. We'll elaborate on all of that. The Hypertech Group, of which we are a part, are experts in DeFi, or decentralized finance. Here, it's predicted not billions, but trillions of dollars will flow into quality DeFi projects in the next decade. This will create large potential opportunities. And the Hypertech Group have simplified DeFi into a hyper universe, allowing you, me, and every member in the community to benefit from this predictive massive value migration. And we'll do this through principally education, through rewards, and through new potential opportunities. Anyone over 18 can become a member, and the barrier to entry is very low. The minimum is 300 USDT. With this, you can acquire your membership and leverage the alliance's strength and expertise. And one of the big features here is the ability to generate daily rewards on your membership. This is the preserve of 100% of our community on a 7-day-a-week basis. And this
organization is really, really credible in this genre and in this discipline, the biggest blockchain alliance possibly in the world. And here's our founder, born Jujing Zhu, or Ryan Zhu, to use the English term. Ryan is a visionary blockchain legend, a top 4 Bitcoin miner since 2009, one of the first people in the world to read the Satoshi Nakamoto white paper on Bitcoin. And very quickly, this nuclear engineer by qualification became interested in the engineering of blockchain and became convinced of its potential for mankind. He is an angel investor in 12 of the top 20 digital currencies or cryptocurrencies of all time. A founder and board member of his own under the group umbrella digital currencies and expertise like Hcash, HyperDAO, and Molecular Future, which has seen stellar success over the last 18 months or so. He's also an early investor and shareholder of several publicly listed blockchain companies in Australia, in Tokyo, and on the NASDAQ, like First Growth Funds, Rudin Blockchain, and Genetic Technologies. But one of his biggest achievements was founding this investment vehicle called Colin Star Capital, which is now about 6 years in existence. Through this vehicle, Ryan has become an angel investor in over 40 of the world's biggest digital currency exchanges. He owns some of them outright, like the BW Exchange and the WHO Exchange, and is an equity and technology partner in other exchanges. For instance, he's got a little piece of Binance, which is the largest and most profitable, I would imagine, exchange in the world, equity in OKEX and in ZB.com as well. So this is the king of cryptocurrency. And if you're wondering why that nickname was bestowed upon him, it's because not alone, but almost single-handedly, he put his life's net worth on the line with some element of bravery to save a failing protocol in early 2014 called Bitcoin. And when you save Bitcoin, you could technically be given credit for saving the entire digital currency discipline. And so he has been bestowed the nickname or the moniker, the king of cryptocurrency. Our chairman is Sam Lee, who ably assists Ryan. He's an Australian citizen and a distinguished blockchain speaker and blockchain enthusiast since 2011. He's also known as the Crown Prince of Blockchain. He is a co-founder of 16 blockchain centers. There were plans afoot and well underway to open 300 until a little virus put paid to certain amounts of world travel. But this is sure to be started up again very soon, and there will be 300 blockchain centers ultimately. These will be the world's first non-profit blockchain knowledge hubs, like your local library, if you like. Sam is a distinguished speaker and commentator at global platforms and media channels. He's spoken at the World Economic Forum. He's spoken at the United Nations and on BBC, Sky News, CNN, Forbes, and Bloomberg as well. And he also gives his services and advice to Fortune 500 companies like Amazon Web Services and Microsoft. And so the story so far, it has a foundation of credibility. The story is organic, it's ever expanding. But it begins with Blockchain Global, founded by Ryan and Sam in 2014. It's established a $300 million plus fund to assist over 80 blockchain projects. It partners with governments and Fortune 500 companies and is an equity and technology partner in massive digital currency concerns like NEM and Tron, worth billions of dollars. Colin Star Capital, as I mentioned, founded by Ryan back in 2015, through which he's channeled over $400 million and invested in 300 plus blockchain companies. So it's a large blockchain venture capital company with billions of dollars in assets. Through this vehicle, Ryan owns that equity in those 40 plus digital currency exchanges and 12 of the top 20 cryptocurrencies. Hcash, founded in 2016 and working with the computer giant IBM on quantum resistant security projects, over $50 million invested here. It's been deemed by CSIRO, which is the Australian Governmental National Science Agency, as the world's most advanced patented blockchain project. Research and development here is undertaken in cooperation with some of the biggest and most notable universities in the world: Purdue, Monash, Tokyo, and Shanghai Jiao Tong universities. And the BW Group, once the BI Wang Group, purchased by Ryan Zhu through Colin Star for $100 million in a cash acquisition back in early 2017. In its lifetime, including the time that Ryan has ownership and for the many years before, it's mined over 300,000 Bitcoin and billions in crypto assets. So Ryan Zhu owns one of the top 4 crypto mining operations in the world. Between these 4, they produce about 60% of all new Bitcoin that's mined. So the story is organic. It is ever expanding. And it expands now with the welcome addition of a new CEO. Stephen Rees-Lewis has just spent over a decade in the IT and fintech industry. He's focused on business management, on project consultation, and on communications. Starting his career as a derivatives trader with Goldman Sachs, he then began his own web development company and later sold it to Adobe. If you've ever used a PDF, you will have engaged with Adobe, of course. He's a proven business builder, extensive experience here across emerging markets, new technologies, and of course, in digital assets. In 2016, he saw the potential disruption and the disruptive potential, to coin a phrase, of blockchain technology, and predicted, as many experts did, that the crypto market would be the key driving force in economic growth over the next decade. This being his firm belief, he then secured nearly $10 million from angel investors to launch an IT consulting startup advising on building blockchain-based solutions for the financial markets. His strong performance, his business acumen, and his drive caught the attention of the Hypertech Group, which very quietly then acquired Stephen's IT and blockchain consultancy company in October 2020 in order to bring Stephen and his team aboard in early 2021. Stephen holds a BA in Economics and Mathematics from Leeds University, along with an MBA, a Master's of Business Administration in Finance from the University of Cambridge. Originally from the UK, he spent many years in Asia and currently lives in Dubai, to which really a lot of the world's digital currency concerns are migrating and concentrating. But success leaves clues, and a collective market valuation of over $10 billion will point to the respect, to the stature, and to the success that Ryan and Sam have had to this date in the blockchain, in the digital currency, and in the DeFi space. Some of the biggest brand names and logos on the planet are here, including Binance, Omisco, Salt, Humanic, DeepBrain Chain, VE Chain, and Qtum, not to mention the proprietary exchanges under the Hypertech umbrella, BW, CoinW, and Who, and the digital currencies like Hcash, HyperDAO, and Molecular Future that have been the hallmark of success in the currencies that are under the control of the Hypertech Group of companies. So the big question, I suppose, all of this success aside, why are we presenting this to you? How can we all benefit from all of this? Well, if we spread the good news and grow the community, we will be rewarded. You can be among the first to join the Hyperverse and immerse yourself in the hyper universe. We're very firmly in stage one together, and we're looking for more togetherness. We're looking for more community members should you choose to acquire one with us. We build a membership-based blockchain community where if you acquire a membership, we all benefit on a daily basis, 7 days a week. The key here is together. We are a vibrant and growing community. The next phase is we will explore the Hyperverse ecosystem for free. This will begin in early 2022. And right here, let me delineate between the membership, as you may have known it in our previous incarnation, and what the ecosystem is going to be. The membership is quite a separate entity from the ecosystem. The ecosystem will begin to be revealed to us in early 2022. But for right now, we're going to concentrate on the membership and look forward to the potential and the possibilities of the impending Hyperverse ecosystem. When it arrives, we'll take advantage of optional offerings throughout the Hyperverse ecosystem as they are rolled out. Some of these will be regulated. Some of these will not be regulated. They will be offers in those areas. Some of these will require KYC or Know Your Customer. Some of them won't. That's the offerings that we'll consider each time they're offered to us through the Hyperverse ecosystem. But for right now, let me just once again reiterate that the membership as we know it is a separate entity to the Hyperverse ecosystem. So we've entered the metaverse space, and the metaverse is set to be the next IT revolution. Some of the biggest brands in the world have recently made a rapid change into the metaverse. And we're kind of mirroring that change, if you like, because we know it's going to fundamentally change the way that society operates, not just business, much like how the world changed when the internet was first invented. So the Hypertech Group now, as I mentioned, has two very separate entities. One is the Hyperverse membership, and the other will be the Hyperverse ecosystem. It's going to be really, really exciting. And with the Hyperverse metaverse ecosystem, alongside the Hyperverse membership, we are placing Hypertech Group on the map, as sure to be very, very well represented on the map as having the largest blockchain alliance in the industry. It's really exciting to have this blockchain expertise now opening the portal, if you like, into the Hyperverse ecosystem. The possibilities are going to be huge. So if change has normally been the harbinger of doom for you. And a lot of change happens around the end of the year as companies change direction. Please embrace this change as being wonderfully opportunistic for everybody. Let's tell you a little more about the Hyperverse ecosystem. It's going to be a virtual world which will utilize emerging technologies to connect people together in the Hyperverse ecosystem. Your virtual avatar is how you'll enter the Hyperverse to explore infinite possibilities. I'm not a gamer by any stretch of the imagination, but I see the power of avatars and characters in this virtual space. You can be a galaxy entrepreneur. You can build your business empire from scratch, fulfilling all of your ambitions right here in the Hyperverse ecosystem. And there will be much, much more to come. In fact, the only limit will be your imagination. The first part, as I mentioned, of the Hyperverse ecosystem will be launching in the first quarter of 2022. And it's going to be rolled out in stages and will constantly evolve once it begins. And as a member, there are many elements available to you, including a free wallet, including optional debit cards. You can apply to turn your crypto into fiat currency at around 50 million merchants around the world. If you take our Hyper BC Visa card, you'll have availability, if you have it, in digital currency, of withdrawals or spendability of up to $50,000 a day. MasterCard, up to $10,000 a day. And with the HyperPay optional wallet and crypto debit cards, it's probably the only digital wallet you'll ever need. Once again, another item on the menu for your consideration if you acquire a membership. But I hear you scream, what's in it for me? Well, I'll say a new universe of benefits. Education will be the primary benefit here because knowledge is power. Blockchain and crypto education will be provided to you from 3 top universities, including podcasts, articles, and videos, all part of your membership. You then will have access to optional products and projects and services within the Hyperverse. Some you like, some you may not. Some will be for you, some will not, but they'll all be on offer to every member. And on the membership platform, of course, nothing changes here in that we will receive a daily reward of a minimum of 0.5% in hyper units. So this is very much like your credit card, loyalty points, frequent flyer program, shopping loyalty points program, etc. But there is a huge inherent difference, which I'll concentrate on a later slide. Right now, let's concentrate a little more on the Mars Academy, which is our education center. At 300 HU, which you'll acquire with a 300 USDT membership, gives you access to the Beginners Academy. At 500 HU, you'll have access to the Intermediate Academy. And at 1,000 HU membership, you'll have access to the Advanced Academy. So whichever one you choose, the Beginner, the Intermediate, or the Advanced. And this is not the upper limit, by the way, of your membership level. There is no upper limit. It's just the lower limit is at 300. It's my belief you will get many multiples of value in your beginner certificate, many multiples of value in your intermediate certificate. And if you take on the advanced certificate, advanced citizenship really in this space will be your preserve. That will be worth many multiples of your 1,000 HU membership, in my opinion. So exploring the Hyperverse is going to be very, very exciting for all of us. We'll have access to optional projects, products and services within the Hyperverse ecosystem. You'll be able to explore this for free at a new website called www.thehyperverse.net. Don't expect it to be very well populated just yet. As I mentioned, the Hyperverse ecosystem will be revealed to us layer by layer in the early part of 2022. And please note that optional products and services, as I mentioned already, are not part of the membership. They may have separate applications. They may be subject to KYC or may not. And they may have separate qualification processes. Also, they may not be available in all countries. So our membership rewards are really to incentivize members to remain loyal customers, as any loyalty program does, but also, if they wish, to share the Hyperverse membership opportunity. Members receive a daily membership reward of a minimum of 0.5% of their combined membership value in hyper units. So this is once again like your credit card loyalty points, frequent flyer, shopper points, etc. So people are probably thinking, oh, if I join a 300 HU membership, is that my lot? I can never get a 500 or a 1,000. No, not at all. Top-ups are available at any time as you wish to increase the level of education that you want. And you can go way beyond that with no upper limit as well. But rewards are the preserve of membership, and this is one of the real benefits at play here. You can acquire that membership, as I mentioned, the lowest barrier to entry, 300 USDT, which will acquire for you a 300 HU membership, a 500 HU membership, or a 1,000 unit membership. 1 unit, 1 HU is and always will be equal to 1 USDT, which is plus or minus touch of a percentage around 1 US fiat paper dollar. So 300 HU is the minimum, but there is no upper limit. The good news is there's no monthly fees. There's no force upgrades either. And USDT is recognized immediately in the system as hyper units. You're rewarded each and every day with HU. These are the units of measure within inside the system, hyper units. And the offer is very, very generous. Triple your membership offer is still on the table. It's been with us for some time now. And this is where passive rewards are given to you 7 days a week until your membership value triples in 600 days. That's a minimum of 0.5% a day rewards on your membership value. Let's run those numbers. If you have acquired a 300 HU membership, the company will give you 900 units back. It's 300 by 3. At 0.5% a day, that's 1.5 units a day for 600 days. Consequently, if you acquire a 500 HU membership, 1,500, 500 by 3, will return to you at 2.5 units a day. At 1,000, 3,000 units back, at 5 units a day, and so on. At 10,000 HU membership, giving you 30,000 units back at 50 units per day. Once again, 1 unit, or HU, is equal to 1 USDT, which is equal, plus or minus scintilla of a percentage, 1 US fiat paper dollar. This is where we leave that legacy paper dollar and USDT behind now and continue to speak about hyper units. The option is to leverage your earned rewards. You can rebuy from earned rewards anytime you have or receive 50 HU. Now, at the 3x offer, this 50 HU rebuy will add, of course, 150 HU to your pending rewards. This allows you to leverage your earned rewards. So daily membership rewards will begin to be released. You then have several options when your balance reaches 50 HU. There are 3. The first one is you can redeem and withdraw. If you have 50 HU or anything above it, you can redeem and withdraw it all. You convert your HU, your hyper units, to digital currency and move it to an external exchange. Imagine trying to do that with your frequent flyer points. That would never work. You can accumulate until you receive your 3x balance. So if you had a 10,000 HU membership, you can accumulate all the way to 30,000 HU and redeem at the back end, the end of your membership, or you can redeem as you go. The only caveat, once you have 50 HU or more. And the third very popular element historically has been the rebuy, meaning that you exchange your earned rewards in multiples of 50 HU. This will acquire you a new and additional mini membership. It's a separate membership that's still under the same membership account, if you like, and each individually lasting 600 days. So every time you rebuy, that membership will last 600 days. On option 3, just a quick note, you're adding additional memberships, as I said. You're not adding to your original membership. Your combined value and combined pending rewards will increase, but you're not adding anything into your original membership rather than adding additional memberships to it. This combination of multiple simultaneous memberships will increase your daily rewards to match your personal program goals. Each membership expires individually once 3x has been reached. And members enjoy mixing up these strategies as well. It's sort of a mix and match strategy. Hyperverse fully understands that plans and strategies can change and have built the Hyperverse system and the proposed ecosystem to accommodate life's changing demands. But membership has many, many features and benefits, not least of this big one. 24/7, 365, you can redeem, convert, and withdraw. This has not been the preserve of any rewards club I know of up to now. Certainly not the preserve of your shopper points. You can certainly get discounts. You can get better hotels and better flights and better classes of upgrade with those type of rewards points. But here you can redeem, convert, and withdraw. Anytime, as I mentioned, you have at least 50 units, you can exchange those HU to specified cryptocurrencies, for instance, Molecular Future, and you move it to an established exchange and then convert to other digital currencies or withdraw to fiat currency through an exchange you decide, or indeed you could send it directly to your HyperBC Visa or MasterCard and convert it to real value and real goods in about 50 million outlets worldwide. And if this looks complicated to you, we're here to help. We're here to hold hands and educate you. And once you know how to work this, it becomes like riding a bike. This can be done in 90 to 120 seconds each and every day, if you wish. Now, how can they give us that 0.5% a day? It's an issue that people need to have some comfort on. Let me state quite categorically here, this is not an infinite 0.5% per day opportunity or offer. This is 0.5% a day on a finite basis until your membership is tripled. Okay, so it's not a forever offer. Each specific membership will expire as specified. So the 0.5% a day is only until your membership value triples. We're allowed to leverage the group's proven expertise. They're large-scale miners. They're angel investors. They get fees from listing tokens. They have massive fees from their equity and cryptocurrency exchanges. Remember, the crypto exchanges are making their consideration whether the market is expanding or contracting. The Hyperverse ecosystem will be a hugely profitable element, we predict, for the Hypertech group of companies. And they're launching projects, staking projects, angel investing. This is a huge conglomerate that can well afford to give us 0.5% a day because the power will be with the people. And you can imagine your favorite drinks company with nobody consuming that particular drink. No people, no power. Your favorite airline, not too hard to imagine these days with empty seats. The more empty seats, the less people you have, the less power you have. So people are the power, and that's why they're generously offering these rewards for those who would stand notionally side by side with them and help to build their ever-growing, dynamic and vibrant community, which as we speak stands at around 1 million members now around the world. But let's consider and run some numbers first. BW, owned outright by Ryan Zhu, is a large-scale mining operation. He acquired it in 2017 for $100 million cash. It's mined billions in crypto assets. In its lifetime, as I mentioned already, 300,000 Bitcoin, 2 million Ethereum, and 1 million plus, 1.5 million plus Litecoin. But let's look at some of the exchanges under the Hypertech umbrella and in the ownership of Ryan Zhu. The BW, on the 13th of October, 2021, turning over almost $718 million. The Who Exchange, nearly $721 million. And CoinW, $1.668 billion in one 24-hour period on the 13th of October, 2021. This is verified, and you can check it out on coinmarketcap.com. Now, assuming Ryan and Sam only make a few cents on fees per transaction here, that's millions per day profit from just 3 of their exchanges, not to mention all of the other concerns, all of the other equities, and launching projects such as the stellar success that has been the Preserve of Molecular Future, MOF, if you want to check it out
stop
on
the
coinmarketcap.com.
recording.
And you can indirectly meet Ryan Zhu and Sam Lee as well. Your inviter will give you the Amazon Prime video where you
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, this is a little bit, we're gone how many minutes past our time. And I just wanted people to get an idea of what is being talked about. And maybe if anybody has any question before we conclude, because it's a lot of information, but the good thing is that it's something that benefits people. It's not scam, and it's something that I want to mostly our women to get educated on. It's an opportunity that is really rewarding and can help individuals and families. And so if anybody has more questions, they can always ask. We have Dr. Joseph Lima here from the United Kingdom joining us. And he is the director on our own side. This is an international kind of membership. So it's not just here in the United States, but it's all over the world. So if anyone has any questions, please ask Dr. Lima. I hope you're not sleeping. He's joining us from England, and I know it's late, so sorry about that. But please, if anyone has any question, this is your chance to ask your questions. Thank you.
I just, can he just speak a little more on it? Because I'm not convinced. I'm not very trusting of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So, and I don't really feel like the video demonstrated well, like what it's really bringing to the table for us.
That's why I said it's a lot of information, and I felt like you when I first heard it. And Dr. Lima, please. Did you hear her?
Much. Yeah, I heard that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thank you everyone for staying to get a bit of this. Is actually a lot of information, and just listening to it for the first time, you may not be able to get everything. That's understandable. It happens to all of us. You were talking about the fact that you are not familiar with Bitcoin and all of that. Yes, you don't need to worry. What is essentially happening here is a platform that is into the blockchain space, which is where the world is migrating. We call it the new money. The old money, the paper money, is gradually going away, and we're moving into the new money. And this company is at the center of it. Now, what's happening is they have built the technology. They've been there for more than 7 years. They are building a community to power whatever they are doing, and we are invited to be part of that community. Every platform, every company will want a community. And like you heard in the presentation, as at October last year, we hit 1 million in membership, and that's growing very fast. In fact, the early part of this year, we saw a very massive growth. From 1 billion in membership subscription in October last year, as we speak now, we have crossed $4 billion in membership subscription. So our part is coming as members, and because they need this community to grow what they are doing, the technology, and to adopt the technology. That's why they are rewarding every member on a daily basis based on membership that you have decided to acquire. I hope that answers your question.
Unmute yourself, please. Amanda, you want to unmute yourself?
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically you're saying this is like the new currency that's coming into place because our old currency is going out.
Yeah, we are migrating to the new space. The world generally is migrating to the digital space. And this company has been at the center of it from the time Bitcoin was launched.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they are Bitcoin, from what I know, they are the miners themselves.
Yes,
Yeah,
One
they
of
are
the big four.
one of the Bitcoin miners themselves. And what you do is not like there are people, the things you see on Facebook, like you buy Bitcoin, do crypto and all of that. This is different. This is just buying a membership in that team. You are not buying, you're not doing the cryptocurrency or even the Bitcoin business. That's why they said at the beginning, this is not an investment. All you're doing is you're buying membership with the group that are already mining it. So all they want is our membership. They're not asking us to do business in their own in that platform. That is what is the difference.
So then in the
between-
membership, we're getting like educated on it.
Yes, so you're going to be educated. Yes. So once you sign up, once you purchase your membership, which is like from 300 minimum to whatever, 1 million, whatever you want to purchase as a membership, then you get your reward 0.5% every single day. And you can withdraw that at any time once it reaches 50
50
unit. Yeah. So it's not dollars. So $1 is equivalent to that the HU. So you are just purchasing once you buying your membership. It's only membership you're buying. You're not doing an investment, but you are purchasing membership with this team of blockchain group who are already being miners of the Bitcoin and whatever they're doing. And you learn as you go to understand how that whole thing happens. When I first heard about it, that was like 6 months ago. I was like skeptical first. Two, I had no education on blockchain technology. I had no education on that ecosystem. I didn't know anything about that. So I started learning. I bought that membership, then I started the education. And the more you go, the more you understand that this is really not any of those stuff you talk about is a scam or whatever, because I am here to testify it. And I have seen a woman here in the United States she is really the world leading blockchain membership, this Hyperverse. She is now one of the top ones all over the world. And this is a woman. And that really makes me happy. I wish I'm where she is financially, education-wise, and like being popular in this whole ecosystem and blockchain technology. But we will all get there if one, devotes their time, want to learn more, and really want to share. So that's why I just thought that this is a wonderful opportunity, especially for women. I'm not saying that men are not really, part of it, but we know women for sure need this whole support and education too, as the world moves on to a different level altogether, so we don't miss out. So I don't know if that really helps to explain a little bit of your, question. But we can continue this conversation off the camera, and if you need more information, we can always continue to do the conversation, explanation, and let people really understand. It's the whole thing of education, like Molly has also presented to us. So that's why I wanted to use this opportunity to also present this and have Dr. Joseph talk to us if we are really, more into asking more questions and getting more information on this.
Yes. Yes, I can imagine I'll probably have a lot more questions down the road.
Right.
So I don't see his information in the chat.
Oh, Dr. Olima, you didn't put your information on the chat?
No.
Oh, please do.
Okay.
Please do everybody put their info on the chart. We need that.
What exactly do you need from me so I know what to give you?
However you like to be contacted, rather it be email or if you have a website, if you have
A phone number,
Phone
phone
number.
phone number, email, whatever.
Yeah, anyone else while he's doing that? Anyone else have something to ask? Or like we said, this is not something you sit down and you understand everything. No, because there's an educational piece of it that you really want to learn and know what ecosystem is all about. That is pretty important. Okay, so Dr. Lima's information is here. Please save the chart.
I don't think we have Emily with us anymore, huh?
Oh, really? We lost her?
Nope, I'm still here.
Yeah, she's still here.
Emily, I'm sorry. Emily, yes, you are still with us. I meant Molly.
Oh, okay, Molly. Okay, maybe Molly left.
I think Molly left.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay.
But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I was hoping to get to mention to her. I've had healing already today, so I kind of like muted my phone and kind of left while she was doing her sound therapy, because sound therapy is very important. I'm really impressed that you came across her and was able to have her on here tonight. That's amazing to me. So I was hoping to get to say that to her. Maybe she'll watch the recording later.
Yes,
Well,
yes, I'm sure she will.
Yeah.
She put her phone number and website and her private Facebook group in the chat.
I got it all written down. Thanks.
Okay, you said you wanted to contact her.
Yeah, so please, if anyone wants to contact her, she is amazing. Honestly, since I met her and we had our conversation, I'm like, oh my goodness, that whole sound healing, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that I do work with Heather, and we use sound. We use sound in.
Oh, you use sound too? Okay.
We do. We use sound in some of it, in some parts throughout our sessions. So I know how effective the sounds can be.
Yes. True. Yeah. I listen to sounds too, in recordings and music. And yes, it's just wonderful. Yeah, it's wonderful. All right, so anything else before we close? Okay. I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for coming, and we hope to meet again next week, same time, same place. And for your information, the email, the podcast email link is still the same. It's not changed. So I'm gonna be sending it out every week.
I put it in the chat too. So
okay, yeah. So
if you guys save the chat, it should be in there for you.
Yeah, right. So next week,
along with our social media pages, and so please.
Okay. Yeah, please remember
subscribe to our YouTube and like and whatever on the pages.
So please share with your friends and family. And next week we will have Kathleen Woodhouse. She does she's another podcaster, and she will be joining us and share her journey and share how she walked herself up to where she is right now. And for me, that's one of those powerful messages that I love to hear from women on their own journey, their individual journey challenges, and how empowering their whole journey has been, and how they really intentionally want to help other women through sharing their own story. So we look forward to having her next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So thank you all for coming, and please let's keep this podcast going. If anyone has questions about this presentation, Hyperverse, reach out to me, reach out to Dr. Lima, and get your questions answered. And hopefully you find it very informative and beneficial. Dr. Lima, thank you so much for joining us this late hour from England. And have a good morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all. And,
Thank you.
have a
Bye.
good night.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.